Two frogs were hopping through a dense forest when they fell into an unexpectedly deep pit. The walls were wet, muddy, and too high to climb easily. The frogs panicked and began jumping frantically, trying to escape. This represents the challenges we face in life, unexpected problems that trap us, making escape seem impossible. Other frogs from the forest gathered around the pit, looking down at their trapped friends. But instead of helping, they started shouting, "It's too deep. You'll never get out. Just give up." One of the frogs in the pit listened to them. He stopped trying. Exhausted and hopeless, he gave up, and soon after, he died. In life, there will always be negative people who tell you that you can't succeed. If you listen to them, you might stop trying altogether. Giving up is the real failure. The second frog, however, didn't stop. He kept jumping, no matter how exhausted he was. The frogs above kept shouting, telling him to stop and accept his fate, but he ignored them. He continued to push himself, higher and higher, even when it seemed hopeless. This symbolizes determination. Even when people doubt you or say it's impossible, you must keep going. Your belief in yourself matters more than others' opinions. After many attempts, the frog finally jumped high enough to grab onto a root sticking out of the pit's wall. Using all his strength, he pulled himself up and finally escaped. The other frogs were shocked. How did he do it? They wondered. It was then they realized the frog was deaf. He never heard their discouragement. He thought they were cheering him on the whole time. Your mindset shapes your reality. If you focus on negative voices, you will fail. But if you block out negativity and believe in yourself, you will succeed. Sometimes the best way to win is to ignore the doubt and keep going. The victorious frog sat on a rock, looking at the bright, beautiful world outside the pit. He was exhausted, but he was free. His resilience had saved his life. The lesson is simple. You give up, you die. If you stop trying, you'll never succeed. But if you keep pushing forward, no matter what, you will find a way. The victorious frog sat on a rock, looking at the bright, beautiful world outside the pit. He was exhausted, but he was free. His resilience had saved his life. Life is like this pit. Obstacles will come, and people will doubt you. But only those who refuse to give up will escape and succeed.